Hello, everyone. Myself, Dr. Sudha, Assistant Professor of Pathology. Here I am going to discuss about renal tubular diseases in two videos. Learning objective: tubular diseases, acute tubular necrosis. Alternative name is acute tubular injury. Accounts for 50% of cases of acute renal failure in hospitalized patients. ATN is a clinico-pathological entity characterized clinically by acute reduction of renal function and pathologically by morphological evidence of tubular injury. Causes: one is ischemia due to decreased or interrupted blood flow. Second is direct toxic injury to the tubules. Causes of ischemic ATN: first is a shock, post-traumatic, surgical, burns, dehydration, sepsis. Crush injuries: not traumatic muscle lysis by alcohol, muscle diseases, etc. Mismatched blood transfusion: diffuse involvement of the intrarenal blood vessels, such as in microscopic polyangiitis, malignant hypertension, and microangiopathies. Systemic conditions associated with thrombosis. Example: hemolytic uremic syndrome, thrombotic thrombocytopenic purpura, disseminated intravascular coagulation, and decreased effective circulating blood volume. Causes of toxic ATN: direct toxic injury to the tubules by drugs, radiocontrast dyes, radiation, hypersensitivity reaction to some drugs, general poisons like mercury chloride, carbon tetrachloride, etc. Heavy metals like mercury, lead, arsenic. Pathogenesis: the critical events in both ischemic and nephrotoxic ATI are believed to be tubular injury and disturbance in blood flow. Tubular epithelial cells are particularly sensitive to ischemia and are also vulnerable to toxins. Ischemia causes numerous structural and functional alterations in the epithelial cells. The structural changes include those of reversible injury, such as cellular swelling, loss of brush border and polarity, blebbing, and cell detachment, and those associated with lethal injury or necrosis and apoptosis. Biochemical changes includes depletion of ATP, accumulation of intracellular calcium, activation of proteases, cytoskeletal disruption, activation of phospholipases which damage membranes, generation of reactive oxygen species, and activation of caspases, which include apoptotic cell death. In addition, ischemic tubular cells express cytokines and adhesion molecules, thus recruiting leukocytes that appear to participate in the subsequent injury. In time, injured cells detach from the basement membrane and cause luminal obstruction, increased intratubular pressure, and decreased GFR. In addition, fluid from the damaged tubules leaks into the interstitium, resulting in interstitial edema, increased interstitial pressure, and further damage to the tubule. All these effects contribute to the decreased GFR. Ischemic tubular injury is also characterized by hemodynamic alterations that cause reduced GFR. The major one is intrarenal vasoconstriction, which results in both reduced glomerular blood flow and reduced oxygen delivery to the functionally important tubules in the outer medulla, that is, thick ascending limb and straight segment of the proximal tubule. Vasoconstriction is due to the renin-angiotensin system and sublethal endothelial injury, leading to increased release of the vasoconstrictor endothelin and decreased production of the vasodilator, nitric oxide and prostacyclin. There is also some evidences of a direct effect of ischemia or toxins on the glomerulus, causing a reduced glomerular ultrafiltration coefficient, possibly due to mesangial contraction. The patchiness of tubular necrosis and maintenance of the integrity of the basement membrane along many segments allows ready repair of the necrotic foci and recovery of function if the precipitating cause is removed. This repair is dependent on the capacity of reversibly injured epithelial cells to proliferate and differentiate. Morphology of ischemic ATI. Proximal and distal convoluted tubules are dilated, focal tubular epithelial necrosis at multiple points along the nephron with large skip areas in between. Rupture of basement membranes, occlusion of tubular lumens by CAS. The straight portion of the proximal tubules and the ascending thick limb in the renal medulla are more vulnerable. But focal lesions may also occur in the distal tubule, often in conjunction with CAS. Eosinophilic hyaline CAS as well as pigmented granular CAS are common, particularly in distal tubules and collecting ducts. These CAS consist principally of tan horsefall protein in conjunction with other plasma proteins. Other findings in ischemic ATI are interstitial edema and accumulation of leukocytes within dilated vasa recta. There is also evidence of epithelial regeneration. Flattened epithelial cells with hyperchromatic nuclei and mitotic figures are often noted. In the course of time, this regeneration repopulates the tubules so that no residual evidence of damage is seen.